What up guys, this is iPhoneDevTips here, and I'm back here again with a new tutorial for you guys, and I'm sure that you will like this one because it's pretty cool. So in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create a carousel type of effect. So for those people who don't know what carousel effect is, so and this is what we're going to make today. So we're going to display some images, and when we scroll through this like this, and then you would have it scroll through with kind of like this effect. So this is really cool, and there are a couple of more different type of carousel effects, so we are going to look into that, and just you could just choose what you want, just choose which effects suits your app the best. So this is what we're going to making today so alright, let's proceed. So yeah, this is the Swift of the Xcode project of this app. So in here, if you notice, I have two files, iCarousel.h and m. So these are the files that we're going to be using today. So these are like libraries. So we're going to use the iCarousel library. So the link to these two files is present in the description. Just open the link from the description and download these two files. So I have made a copy of these onto my desktop, so I'm just going to be using them later on. So I'm just going to create a new project, a single view application. I'm going to name the app. Let's just say iCarousel effect. I'm just going to let mine live on the documents. So first step, at least, is I'm going to add those two files onto my project. So I'm going to go into desktop, select both of these, and make sure copy items if needed is checked, and add it. And now, so when you add it, this pops up. Would you like to configure an Objective-C bridging header? So this is a really important step. You need to click on create bridging header, and I'll show you, and I'll tell you why in a couple of seconds. So we just drag this into the project. Okay, now if you go into view controller, and if I say import iCarousel and build it, it says there's no such module. Okay, and even if I do something like this, I'll say iCarousel.h, it says it, you cannot import it like this. So you just need to import it like iCarousel. I'm sorry for that. Carousel, it says no such module, and this even does not work for some frameworks. I'm going to do a separate video if you encounter such errors. So now we don't have a framework, we have a .h and .m file. So how do we get this into our project? So this is where the bridging header comes in action. So what you want to do is open bridging header, and in here we're going to import iCarousel.h. .h. Now how this works is basically this file is connected to our view controller. So if you import something over here, it gets automatically imported in here into the view controller. So as you see, if you directly import into view controller, it gives us an error. So we are indirectly using the bridging header file to import it, and then we could use the imported iCarousel.h file into a view controller without directly importing over here. So that's really cool, right? So if you could just use it in any case. So if you have another library file which has .h and m, and you're not able to import it directly to the view controller, just create a bridging header, import it in here, and that's all that you need. Just and it will just indirectly get imported into your viewcontroller.swift file. So once you do that, just go to viewcontroller.swift, and we're going to add a couple of things. So I'm just going to say iCarousel, I'm going to get a data source, comma, iCarousel, I want to get the delegate. Build this just in case. Okay, so we have not confirmed the protocol, because we have to add some specific protocol methods to confirm with this delegate method. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go into Storyboard, Just a second. Why is this taking so long? By mistakenly click on the assets dot file. Yeah, go to main.storyboard. Okay, so in here I'm just going to change the size to 5.5 inch. So I'm just not going to work on the I'm not gonna add constraints. That's just gonna take time. So just to keep this tutorial short and nice and simple, I'm just gonna avoid that. So I'm just gonna disable auto layout and I'm gonna make sure the keep size class data is set to iPhone. Alright, now what I want to do is go in here and search for view. So here it is, view. So I'm not gonna so it's totally up to you if you want to make this view fill the screen completely, but I'm not gonna fill this completely. I'm gonna leave some space, so a little bit of space from all the sides, so a little space from the bottom, the right, the left, and even the top. So now I'm gonna change the color, background color. I'm just gonna make it dark gray color. Actually black is recommended in here, but I'm just gonna go for the dark gray color. It doesn't actually matter a lot. And now next thing I'm gonna do is enable this option clip subviews. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in here and to the identity inspector, and I'm gonna change the class to iCarousel, because this is where we're gonna view the image in the with the carousel effects. I'm going to change the class to iCarousel. Now I'm going to go into viewController.swift and I'm going to declare a couple of variables. So first thing, I'm going to declare a image array, and this is going to be an ns mutable array, and that's equal to ns mutable array. Then I'm going to what else do I need? I think that's all that it is. Now I'm just gonna go into main.storyboard, open the system editor, and create a IB outlet for this, and I'm just gonna name that display view. Alright, go into viewController.swift and I'm gonna go into the view.load and I'm gonna start filling this image array, but we haven't yet imported the image array. I mean the image file, sorry, we haven't yet imported, so we're gonna do now. So I'm just gonna be using the same image files that I used in this project. So all I'm gonna do is go and show this in Finder. I'm gonna copy this and paste it on the desktop, so don't worry, I'm gonna give a download option for this image files too, or you could use your own images. That's what most appropriate is. So copy this on the desktop, and I'm going to add files to Carousel effect and just copy the images. Okay, so once you copy the image files, so if you open this folder, all you have is images, and the name is 1.jpg, 2.jpg. so we're gonna fill this array with these images. So I'm going to say image array, open square brackets, close square brackets, and just get in 10 images. Is it 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I made a couple more, I think so. So let's fill these up. So starting with 1.jpg, oh, so it's capital. 2.jpg, 3.jpg, 4.jpg, 5.jpg, 6.jpg, 7.jpg, 8.jpg, 9.jpg, and 10.jpg. Alright, then I'm going to say display view, that is the iCarousel view where you're going to do that. So I'm going to say display view.type is equal to iCarousel type dot. So this is where we select the type of you know, the effect that we want. So there are a couple of these, like wheel, time machine, rotatory, inverted wheel, inverted time machine, inverted rotatory, inverted cylinder, rotary, I don't know how to pronounce that, cylinder, car flow 2, custom, car flow, normal, default. So I'm just gonna go with a cylinder, maybe. Yeah, let's go for a cylinder. So you could just, you know, experiment all the effects and just, you know, just choose the one which best suits your app. And then I'm just going to say display view dot content mode is equal to dot scale aspect fit. Alright, that is it. And then we just need to write a little bit of code in here just to confirm with the delegate. So I'm just going to create some blank space in here. So first thing, I'll just open iCarousel. I'm just going to type iCarousel. So it's carousel, I think. Yeah. So the first thing I want to do is, let's see, did select item, should select. I'm gonna get this one, okay. Then I want did select item at index. Okay, and then over here I'm just gonna return image array dot count. No, wait a second. I'll just check this project out. I just literally forgot. Okay, it's number of items in carousel. Oh yeah, that's what I was wondering. You know, so I'm just gonna say number of items in carousel, and yeah. So here I'm just gonna return the number of items. So instead of just manually counting the number, I'm just gonna let Xcode decide you know, how many items I have in my array. So I'm just gonna say return image array dot count. And now let's fill this in here. So let's go into this view for carousel view for item and index function over here, and here I'm gonna say var. I'm gonna create an image view, and this is gonna be a UI image view. Okay, I'm gonna say if view equals nil. Okay, so if the view equals nil, I'm just gonna specify some properties in here. Image view is equal to UI image view, image view with a frame of CG rect make 0 0. Just gonna place it in the center, and I'll just leave the size 250. That's what I used in that project. And then I want to say image view. What else do we have in there? Let me just check it out. We said that, and then we said the content mode. Okay, image view content mode. And alright. So I want to say image view dot content mode is equal to dot scale aspect fit. And let's say else image view is equal to view as UI image view. So else we are saying that if the view is not equal to nil, then we're going to say the image view is equal to the view as UI image view. Alright, now I want to say image view is equal to UI image and name, and here I'm gonna say image array image array. Oh god, I forgot again. What was it? Image array object at index. So I want to say image array dot object at index, and this pass index in here. just see, we have an error, I think so. Cannot assign a value UI image view. That so maybe let's just pass in the image property, and that might solve this. Then I just want to return image view, and maybe instead of setting the content mode, I don't think we need to do that. All I need to do is display or reload. Yeah, we won't reload the data. I don't think we need to add the content mode, so just make sure you change it to reload data. And yeah, pretty much that is. So I'll just go through this again. Sorry if actually I just created the project as such instance, so I just didn't know the values to put in, so that's why I'm sorry. I need to basically refer a cheat with you guys to teach you this application. So yeah, I'm sorry for that. And yeah, I'll just get you a small recap of this. So we imported these two files, imported the carousel.h in the bridging header, went to the main.storyboard, got in the view, changed the class to iCarousel, changed the background, and made sure that clips of views is checked. And then we go to view controller Swift. We created an IB outlet for that view. We created an image array, and then we filled that image array with the images, and then we defined some properties for the display view. That we first of all set the type to the cylinder effect, and then we reloaded the data, and then we as you know, we imported the data source and delegate. We need to agree with it, so we got in these two functions. First is the carousel function. So in here we created an image view, and we said if the view is equal to nil, then we're going to create an image view with the frame of CG recmake, position x and y 0 0. That's going to place it in the center, and a width and height of 250. And the content mode is going to .scale.aspect fit. And then if the view is not equal to nil, then we're going to simply say the image view is equal to the view as you have image view. And then we said the image view.image is equal to the UI image named, and then we got then we filled in here. This code simply means that we are getting all the images from my image array at the particular index, and then we just return the image view. And for the number of items in Carousel, instead of manually counting the number of items, we're gonna let Xcode do that job for us, and we just have one last step left. On a right click, drag it in here, and make sure you connect it to the data source and the delegate, and that is all. This was really simple. So what I'll do is I'll manually leave the link for the images and the iCarousel.hnm file, and also leave another link for this project in my description, just for you guys, so that you guys can have a look at it. And this is it. So this is the cylinder effect that I was talking about. So you could just manually check out the different effects, and just choose the one that best suits your app. So that is it. And so hope you like this tutorial, and if you really do, please subscribe and comment. And if you do want to donate, as you saw in the last video in the description, I said you guys don't need to donate because your subscription and your likes and comments is enough. But if you do want to donate, now I'm being greedy. I'm dead honest, I'm being greedy right now. So if you do want to donate, just go to my website. Oh no, I don't have a website, so I'll just tell you later on. So let's just leave the topic. So I wanted to tell you guys something. So as I said in my last video, at the end of my last video about the snapshot like menu, I said that I'm going to do a tutorial on a quiz app, and I have made the files, and I'm just going to show you what that app is, and then I'm going to do a tutorial for that. So I'm going to show you what the app looks like right now, and then I'm going to post a tutorial later on, so I'll just show you what the quiz app looks like. So I named it Guess Who, and I also have an app icon, so I'm going to be providing all the assets for this. So this is it, Guess Who, choose the correct person to win, and let's go play. So this is the view, and so, you know, you could have different stuff in here, so let's make this a little bit shorter. So this is it, and you need to choose the correct person. Who's the president of Russia? Vladimir Putin, or Putin, I don't know how to pronounce that. And the famous quote was Douglas MacArthur. South America, Nessie, Colombia, Stockley, and you know, you just have this quiz. So this is all that is, and if you select a wrong one like this, it's gonna give you an alert that please choose the correct answer, and once you do that, it's gonna lead you back to this view and you can play the quiz again. So this is what the app is basically. So, and this is what I'm gonna be teaching you guys in my next tutorial, so just be patient and wait for this one. And if you do like my tutorials, please subscribe and comment, and I'll talk about donations in the next tutorial. Haha, I'm being greedy, that's all it is. So bye bye guys, I'll meet you in my next tutorial.